Alright, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And as you can see, the apostle, the elder apostle, Talaki, the elder apostle Rakar did his lesson. Is labeled a lot of niggas in GMS are full of shit. And, he brought up a beautiful point of how, we still around the time of the Passover. And and around that time it's spring cleaning, so to speak. Where the Most High weeds a lot of niggas out. A lot of dudes that ain't right, cause he ain't gonna have, basically wolves leading his sheep astray. So he was going into, how you got a lot of niggas in the different camps. In certain camps he was going into, he didn't really get too specific, but just we understand the spirit. You got guys out there that's trying to sow strife among the Akim. All right. So as I was watching it, the spirit was on me to, just pull a few precepts on that. Lord willing, you be edified, man. And to watch yourself, watch your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Watching the Akim around you, man. Because every so-called guy in the truth ain't a brother, we seen that through the times, brothers been in the truth. You see that guys end up falling out, talking shit against you. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe guys who you thought were Akim or brothers. You know what I'm saying? Spilling, your personal business, man. So it says Proverbs chapter 16. And that also goes to prove too how you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to really be getting too personal with Akim, man. You know what I'm saying? Still be brotherly, but at the same time, understand that we are in a war, man. And like I said, every brother or every guy is not a brother. All right, so this is Proverbs chapter 16. I'm gonna start at 23 and I'm gonna read down, okay? It says the heart of the wise teacheth his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. All right, and at this point in time, we're supposed to be adding learning to our lips, because what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, not murmurings. All right, pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. It says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And us, being young in the spirit, there are going to be things that happen, orders that come out, which you may not understand. All right. But that's when what? You're supposed to keep your mouth shut, man, because, you're not, the scriptures tell us to not speak against the elder, man. All right. Because, you are too young, man. You are too young to understand that judgment at that point in time. All right. But if you give it time, the Lord may reveal it to you. All right. So it says, pleasant words are as in honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. There's a way that seemeth right unto the man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And I believe that was David. He asked the Lord, to hide me from presumptuous sins. Because you can go off the handle just by acting on things too hastily, man. That's actually a false balance. The scriptures say, judge not before thou hears the whole matter, man. So you gotta wait, until that judgment comes out, man. Don't just start murmuring against the Akim, man. All right. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna get. Let me see. It's locky. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. Because you uttering things before, all right, the Akim, which is The scriptures also say, if you offend one of the little ones, it had been better, that you had cast a millstone upon your neck and were drowned and were cast into the sea. You know, so and you know the little ones, you know what I'm saying, the Akim, that's true and sincere to the Lord. All right, you're not gonna, you don't want to basically speak, you know, and leading them astray. You know, you don't want to speak and basically you want to speak with wisdom. All right, you don't want to sow discord. You know, maybe you might be sour or salty about a certain judgment. All right, but like I said, you gotta wait on it, man. All right, because it's judgment unto you if you sowing discord among the Akim, man. You giving a sacrifice of fools, and the Most High is recording it, man. All right, the scriptures say every idle word a man shall speak, you know, in that day, roughly paraphrasing, you know, basically you're going to have to give account for that when the Lord asks you why you said this, man. All right. It says, he that laboreth, back in Proverbs 16:25, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. He that laboreth for himself, for his mouth craveth it of him. All right, like Jake said in the world, man, you made your bed, now lay in it. That's what that scripture is basically saying. It says, an ungodly man diggeth up, Salakia, an ungodly man diggeth up evil. You know, so you speaking too quickly, hastily, that's of the flesh. You know, you speaking hastily, that's of the flesh, man. So it says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning of fire. And now you want to ask the Lord, you know, constantly, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. You know, ask the Lord to guide your lips, man. In Job, the 5th chapter, if you grab that. And let's see what's that. Job, the 5th chapter is beautiful. One of my favorite precepts. Let me see. Is it 4 or 5? I'm trying to. It says Salakia, bear with me, Akim. Let me see. Job 5:15. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. All right. The Most High saveth the poor from their mouth. You know, because, like I said, by every word, thou justified by every word thou condemn. You know, roughly paraphrasing as the scriptures say. You know, Salak if I butchered that. But back in Proverbs 16:27, it says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning of fire. A forward man soweth strife. Let's look up that word forward. A person difficult to deal with, contrary. All right, so you could be, you know what I'm saying, in your feelings or in your flesh, you know, in your feelings, and you become forward, man. Therefore, showing strife among the men of the Lord. And a whisperer separateth chief friends. A violent man enticeth his neighbor, and leadeth him into the way that is not good. You know, you could lead the brother that you speaking with into a way that's not good. Now you putting a demon on him, man. Hey, the brother, you know, a brother told me one time, you know, you gotta ask the Lord to hide you from other brothers' demons, man. You know, because you know we you want to keep in mind, it says, a forward man sow of strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. A violent man enticeth his neighbor, and leadeth him into the way that is not good. All right, like I said, now he got demons on him, man. All right, that's why the scripture said, little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. you know. And the Most High also told us to what? Cast that, the Most High told us if that right hand offend, he cast it off before that whole body, be cast into the fire, and, we, us men of the Lord being, we make up the body of Yahushua. All right. So if you have a brother that's, speaking contrary or being forward, hey, he got to get out of there. All right. That's a virus in the body. It says he shutteth, and us as men of the Lord, we're what? We're like white blood cells, man, fighting off the viruses. This is a violent man enticeth his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good. He shutteth his eyes to devise forward things. Moving his lips, he bringeth evil to pass. Moving his lips, he bringeth evil to pass. And we can clearly see the evil ones, you know what I'm saying? This guy, Izar, all these bug outs, man. What's that other dude now? Mystery Avenger, Yakko Wacko, ITR. It says moving his mouth, moving his lips, he bringeth evil to pass. And those guys were, they were forward men, sowing a discourse among the Akim. And look at them now. The hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. The lot is cast. I'm gonna skip to verse Proverbs 17:1. Better is a dry morsel and quietness therewith than a house full of sacrifices with strife. Okay, and with that I'm gonna jump to Sirach chapter 23. Sirach chapter 23 and 1. Let me read down a bit. This is, O Lord, Father and Governor of my whole life. Lead me not to their counsels, and let me not fall by them.